Namaste, welcome. So it's a long time I did the recording, and today I'm doing again a practice focus on kidneys. So my house is a little bit different. I have now a cordon to protect myself for the cold. So let's start. So finding a good position, like uh, the sitting bones are into the mat, just lifting all the way up, crown all the way up to the ceiling. Close your eyes. Just breathe a couple of times in and out, arriving in the body, arriving in the moment. And then bringing your hands together, make your intention, bring it into the heart. And then slowly open your eyes and bring the soles of the feet together. And then we come in butterfly like always in my classes, but also now to giving space for the kidneys and to rounding. It's like to diving into yourself to start to feel your body. So rounding in a comfortable way. So maybe you need some props under your knees if the hips or knees are sensitive. Maybe you need a block or something to front so that you can lean on. And if you don't have, you can use your fist and then come in with your forehead on your fist. And then it's just bowing down and relaxing and arriving in stillness and kind of meditation. And the focus is on the back. The focus is by the lower spine, mid spine. Creating space there to open, to let the energy flow. Bring your breath there. And slowly sinking deeper, deeper down. And when you're lower in it, maybe you feel you can go deeper, maybe less props, or only one fist. And very slowly, you're rounding up to sitting. And what you need to do, maybe to lean backwards. You're doing the windshield wipers. And then you come to your toes. So sitting on your toes like this. And then go sitting on it. So we do a little bit toe stretch and a little bit ankle stretch to get the circulation in the toes, because when we're getting cold, the fingers and toes and feet and hands start to getting cold. Because the energy, the warmth have to go to the vital organs. Then it's good to stretch, and also to stretch the body when it's cold in your house. Muscles start to contract more because yeah, all the energy and warmth have to go to the inside where the vital organs are. So try to relax, close your eyes, although this is a very intense pose, very simple pose, but very intense. So focus on the breath. Just a couple of breaths. It's also a choice for you to stay the 5 minutes just in toe stretch. Or what I do is alternating. So now I go to the ankle stretch. So I point my toes and then go sit on my heel, and then I go leaning backwards, so lifting up my knees. So now I'm stretching, so I stretch the opposite side. Both are very intense, like this one is too intense. Sitting with your full weight on your ankle joint. It's not used to have that weight on it in this way, so it feels strange. Sometimes the bones are not shaped to do this, so maybe you cannot have your knees off the mat like in my body. I can do that, but maybe in your body is it possible? So you cannot do this pose, so then just maybe sitting on your ankles is enough. You can try maybe like one in a toe stretch and the other in the ankle stretch. So you sit on one on the toe and then you stretch the other. But this is very intense for the toe stretch. Then nice for your ankle, and also your balance is a little bit less. The other way around. So you sit on your toes and then you bring the other knee up. But balance is sometimes difficult. Then you can better do them together. And so we go again to the toe stretch. Both toes or 10 toes under and sitting on your heels. So this is a little bit more young in the knee poses. Just to stretching and stimulating the circulation. 5 minutes are already over, so that went quick. So slowly coming out, and then you come to the swings posture or seal. So you come lying down on your belly, legs maybe a little bit wider than your hips, and then I hope it's on the camera. You go with your elbows on your shoulders, and I like to go a little bit higher to go on my hands and stretching my elbows and sinking deeper into the lower spine, just stimulating the kidneys and back bending or like a round, like a arching spine or the natural curve in the lower spine is very healthy for your kidneys. So don't be afraid to do a back bending. Also, your vertebrae are shaped to have a mild back bending. So it's not that bad to do the back bends, but just feel. Not all the bones are shaped to go very deep, but from nature we have a little back bending in our toes. So allow yourself to come in and trying to relax. Although when your house is very cold, then it's much harder to soften you. Try to just accepting the cold, adapting to the cold, and breathe. Kidney energy is very important for healthy bones, to be strong, endurance, self-power, confidence. And what the kidney energy don't like is cold and rainy weather. And the kidney energy can stagnate, get out of balance. And now these days, people are really into the cold swimming, taking ice baths and stuff. And the Chinese medicines, they know that the cold is weakening the kidneys, and the kidneys are very important for your whole being, for your whole functioning of all your organs and chi. And last year I was also like, first I have to try to say something about it. So I take a cold dive in the water in the Nieuwe in Amsterdam at Amsterdam's Bos Forage. And from August till November, I was swimming every morning, early in the morning. And I noticed that you get really like a high of it, like a adrenaline high. It's like you drinking 3 espressos right away. And the bell goes, so 5 minutes are gone. So slowly, slowly, you're coming out to bring your weight backwards and then coming forwards. So the next posture is a settle pose, but maybe that's too intense. Then you can also do the surrender goddess. I use like a bolster or a foam roller to go to the back and then doing the settle. Like I go sit on it. So I go sit with my sitting bones on it so my knees are not bending all the way. And then I can go all the way backwards. If my space in my room, my house is allowing it. So if this is too intense, although when you use a lot of cushions, show it. Then you can do the surrender goddess. And the surrender goddess, maybe you know the pose, is like you have cushions, like a bolster or normal cushions on the back, and then you bring it into the lower spine and you go lying down on it with the legs in butterfly, and then bringing the arms open. So it's again the back bending and stretching the inside of the legs. So see what you like. Surrender goddess, or maybe you want to do them both so you can put the movie on 5 minutes like a pause. So when you're okay into it, then try to relax. It's again a back bending, again stimulating kidney energy. So I was telling about my experience about swimming in the cold water for a couple of months. So I noticed that I get this really high, so you're right away very alert. You have a lot of energy, like the kidneys are overloading then, kind of adrenaline kick you get from it. But I noticed that my body didn't like it. My joints start to get very stiff and painful. Moments I had that I couldn't walk anymore almost because I had so much pain in my hips because my my problems in my hips, the arthritis and the broken hip, and also my lower spine get more sensitive because I had also broken one vertebra. So then in the end I stopped with it because yeah, it was I couldn't walk. I only had to do like dry needling and acupuncture and physical therapist, massage to stay walking and moving. Then my yoga practice was not enough anymore. So I stopped with swimming in the cold water. And I noticed that my body is functioning the best when it's more than 21 degrees. But now in the houses, I put my house now 80 degrees or 17 degrees. But I also notice now that I get more pain in my body. So working on the kidney energy and not drying out the kidneys with the cold. Doing extra movements and extra yin yoga poses for the kidneys to stay surviving in the cold. Of course, putting warm clothes on, drinking a lot of warm tea, liquids, making hot soups, and not eating salads or stuff cold food, just eating warm, nurturing foods. And hear the bells already. So 2 ways to coming out. To use your abs and bringing your elbows and put yourself up. But when you're lying down like me, you can also do first one leg and then the other. And then you can move the cushions or the bolster away. And slowly, slowly bring the spine in a natural way. And then very slowly, slowly bringing your knees to your chest. Make soft movements. Don't do that too quickly. Just soft movement to round again the spine. And then we're ending in a twist to balancing the spine. So bringing your feet down on the mat. You choose which leg you want to cross. So I cross my right leg over the left and twisting them to the left side, but you can decide which one. And stretching the opposite arm wide open and looking over your shoulder to balance. And then you just relax, sinking deeper and deeper into the pose. And then slowly change. So bring your arm back, turning back to your spine. Take it easy, especially when you have a very cold house. You really move slowly when you're coming in and out of a Yin Yoga pose. And then do the other side and stretching the opposite arm, looking over your shoulder again. And it's okay to do a do Yin Yoga in a cold room or a cold house. You don't need to warming up with young movements, but maybe that's nicer if you're a little bit warmer from the inside. Then you can relax a little bit more and you are more comfortable in the poses. Like you do some jumping jacks before, some sun salutation, or maybe just some shaking, and then going into the Yin Yoga poses. When your house is very cold, like maybe 10 degrees or a bit more, less or more, and I think it's not so comfortable to be in this process. So using a little bit more yang before you doing the yin. And slowly coming back to bring your arm back and to turn back to your spine. And then coming to rebound in the savasana. So using maybe a blanket to put over you to make it comfortable. And then lying down, resting. And just feel the energy. Relaxing in the spine. Relaxing in your hips and shoulders. Relaxing in the fingers and toes. And breathe. Relax. Stay as long as you like in it, or waking up, stretching the body, and then bending and turning to the side, and then slowly coming up. Thank you so much for joining me, and I wish you have a lovely day or night. Namaste.